We are your election headquarters, and 5 members of parliament in the Ashanti region will not take part in the upcoming New Patriotic Party's parliamentary primary slated for January 27, 2024. They include the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, who doubles as the Member of Parliament for Bekwai, Joseph Osei-Wusu, the Majority Leader and MP for Swami Osei Chairman Sabunsu would also not be returning to Parliament. And then we have the others for Furikrum, Hafwa North South, and also Kwabra East constituency, who all failed to file their bid for re-election. Emmanuel Bright Kweku brings us a wrap of the filing of the nominations in the Ashanti region.
The Ashanti region boasts as the region with the highest number of parliamentarians, with the New Patriotic Party holding a majority of these seats. 43 out of the 47 seats are on the ticket of the ruling NPP. But the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament and MP for Bekwai, Joseph Osei-Wusu, Majority Leader and MP for Swami Osei Chairman Sabunsu, Emmanuel Mafo of the Furikrum constituency, alongside MP for Kwabra East, Francisca Oti-Mensah, and Ahafua North South East Member of Parliament, are not in the race for the upcoming elections. With the parliamentary primaries in the offing, a significant number of the incumbent legislators in the region are filing nominations to retain their seats. At the Old Tafo constituency, Vincent Ekowasifwa is contending Dr. Siawa Donko after the two locked horns in the 2020 primaries. Dr. Donko says it is time to serve the entire constituency fairly.
Yeah, I understand development, I understand leadership. All my life till now, I've been in service, I've been in positions of leadership, and what I've learned is what I want to be able to bequeath my society or community with. I represent the aspirations of the community, and that's what even makes it very important, because the community, we need the community to support Dr. Bawumia.
Having contested twice in the parliamentary elections of the NPP, Vincent Frimpong Menu is making a third appearance for the Kwadaso seat. He is in a fierce contest with incumbent MP Kingsley Nyako.
If you look at the other person who is the incumbent and wants to come again, everybody has seen that he didn't do well. And we are here to cause change. People take Kwadaso for granted. People look for opportunities and they say, oh, I can go and contest Kwadaso. They take their votes there. They deceive the people. I am one of them, and I am volunteering that one of our own has to stand in for them.
The Bantima constituency would see a tough competition between incumbent MP Francis Asenso-Boakye and Raphael Ejapong.
God willing, I will get the endorsement, and that will be the first time a sitting member of parliament in Bantima has survived a contest here in Bantima. Everybody has the right to contest as long as you qualify. Okay, but the person so far that I've heard, as far as I know, is not a match for me.
All eyes on Bantima. In fact, the whole of the republic is on Bantima, because we have been informed that that it's kind of a contest between the president and Kennedy Japan. That is what I've been told. But I believe that I'm going to win this contest.
In the Kwabra East constituency, 5 aspirants are contesting the seat after the incumbent MP Francisca Oti-Mensah declared her intentions to opt out. Patrick Amakokofo, an aspirant, is optimistic of victory.
I said I will be the real representative for Kwabra East. I understand them. I'm a delegate, I'm a grassroots person. So I've been with them all these years. So I know their fears. I know whatever their cries are. So I understand them better than any of the candidates. So once I get the nod, I'll be able to give them whatever they need.
He's fiercely contested by the former organizer and municipal chief executive of the constituency.
Kwabra people, they want somebody that they can approach. They want somebody who has a vision for the constituency. And knowing me for a few years now, and what I have done to impact the lives of the people, they know. For instance, I have in my own way invested about 250,000 cedis in forms of soft loans, interest-free loans to most of the delegates here.
And I have political classmates. When I say I have political classmates, I mean when I was the regional financial secretary, I was operating with people like Justin Kobia, Judy Ombuako, Sampan, Kennedy Kamkan, and others. And I have friends up there. So it's easier lobbying when you go up there because they know me.
The filing of nomination is only a first step of the process. The onus now lies on the aspirants to win the trust and support of the delegates to secure the parliamentary candidature on January 27, 2024. For Joy News, my name is Emmanuel Brightspring.
Excitement is certainly on, but not without the old folk who are leaving, Parliament now, knowing that, of course, some big names are out. Kweku Asante is our parliamentary correspondent, joining us with the very latest on this. Kweku, some big names. The majority leader is one that, of course, many are surprised about, knowing the extent of, experience that this man comes with in the House. A good friend of the Speaker, too.
Yes, they've been fighting a lot of time on the floor. And in terms of the numbers that we've seen so far, we are seeing about 8 sitting NPP MPs currently bowing out of the House. And some really big names. Of course, I'm sure by close of day tomorrow, when the New Patriotic Party national leadership gets the total list of all MPs who are filed across the country, we'll get to know the extent of the persons who are leaving.
Yeah, but we need to be clear that this is just for the Ashanti region.
Yes.
It's clear, and you can do the deduction yourself by the nomination process and the fact that it's ending. And as of now, all these names
are bowing out. In fact, the report you just played was Chairman Sabonsu Joe Wise. But let's start systematically and let's go across the country and see some of the names that are not going again. For instance, Samuel Atachia, the Member of Parliament for Ebuakwa South constituency. He took over from the current president, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, when he exited Parliament in 2009 to run for the New Patriotic Party leadership. In terms of the flag bearership, he did not win. But Atachia has been in Parliament for 4 terms. 4 terms coming in 2009 to replace Nana Akufo-Addo. Such a key person in Parliament. He's currently the chair of the very respected Mines and Energy Committee. He's not coming to Parliament again. Then come another name, quite huge. And in fact, up until yesterday, we were not even aware officially that it was not going around. Dan Botry, the Minister for Local Government and Rural Development. He has also been in Parliament for the Okre constituency and the Kwapim Plains for 4 terms. He also came in 2009. He's such a huge person within the New Patriotic Party, having been a general secretary of the party before, and he then coming into Parliament. He has been serving since 2009. He has also done 4 terms. Then the Maverick, Kennedy Ejapon, whose brother is seeking to unseat the Bantama MP Francis Asansobwachi. Kennedy Ejapon has been in Parliament since 2000. He is one of the persons who has been there within the New Patriotic Party fold for such a long time. If you take away Osei Mensabos himself, there are not up to 5 MPs on the majority leadership front or within the New Patriotic Party caucus who have been in Parliament for a longer time than Kennedy Ejapon. He has been there for 6 terms. And this Parliament, since 1992, since he came into force, we've been 8 terms. And he has been there for 6 times. So Kennedy Ejapon, having run for the New Patriotic Party flag bearership election, now says he's not coming to Parliament again, probably to prepare himself to launch another bid to lead the party in 2028.
There's obviously an implication for parliamentary democracy, particularly for the NPP side, knowing that all the front and
the key front benches
are almost out of Parliament, and that has implications for the party. The party now struggling to, recalibrate, do some reshuffle in terms of leadership. What's likely to happen? Apeyumakin in a comfortable leader, some would say.
Yeah, in fact, when Osei Mensabonsu announced formally that he was not going to run, conversations about who may lead the NPP caucus in the House in 2025 has started coming up. And the names that came up included even Dan Botry and Atachia, who now all say they are not going to go. Joseph Osei, who's having been in Parliament for 4 terms, also says he's not running. Joe Gatti, one of the key stalwarts, having been in Parliament since 2005, he's not running again. Francisco Timene, 2 terms, not running again. Dr. Mafo, one of the constituencies in Ashanti region, 1 term, key guy, not running again. So who gets to lead the New Patriotic Party side in the House? Which then leads many to say that maybe Alexander Afenyo-Markin will probably be in the comfortable lead to become the party's majority leader or minority leader, whichever the situation may be in 2020, 2025, when the new parliament is constituted. So clearly the New Patriotic Party is going to lose a lot of key weight forward. In fact, the New Patriotic Parties in Parliament cannot be talked about without Osei Mensabonsu. He has been there from the start. In 1992, they boycotted the parliamentary election, so we were not in Parliament from 1992 to 1996. And then the NPP MP started coming in. he has been there since then, and so he's now exiting. He has been majority leader, minority chief whip, he has seen it all, and is now leaving. So Afenyo Markin and others who may come back again if they win their respective primaries, if they go ahead to win the election in 2024. These are some of the persons that will be expected here.
In fact, the headache also of the party is, those who would be going into the elections as fresh candidates, replacing all of these big wigs. They might be giving a leeway to the National Democratic Congress or any other candidate that may want to give a very good run for their money.
It has come up quite strongly. If you look at Collins in team, he's a deputy minister for local government. The research is showing that the NDC may be able to win that seat if he is retained. But that is up to the delegates of the NPP to decide. But you look at some of the people, Charles Bisiu, seeking to replace Jogate from the Sikado Ketan constituency. And you need to know that Jogate won that seat by whiskers in 2020. That lady from the NDC gave him such a huge run for his money. And so Charles Bisiu really needs to be careful. If not, that seat, which has been a safe seat for the NPP for some time now, could be lost. There's also Raphael Japan, who is a brother to Kennedy Japan, seeking to unseat the Bantama MP, the current MP. One would say that Bantama is really a relatively safer seat, and so whoever comes out who win.
In fact, that's another flashpoint for the New Patriotic Party, knowing so well that there's been this sort of, an unspoken rancor, if you want to call it as such. They might say, well, it's the New Patriotic Party, after the primaries we'll get back. But what we see consistently among these individuals is they're escalating all of what's happening in the constituency to the national level.
Yes.
Meaning that, it's about factionalism, those for Kennedy, Japan, and the president's side.
Yes, it's come up quite strongly. And in fact, if you look at the Bantama constituency election, it's been dubbed as the race between Dr. Baumia's camp and that of Kennedy Japan. Because Raphael Japan, the brother for Kennedy Japan, clearly supported his senior brother in the race to lead the New Patriotic Party. The Works and Housing Minister, Francis Nsuwache, also supported the vice president. So that race is clearly divided on those lines. And the remnants of the conflict within the New Patriotic Party in 2024 is coming up strongly, because if you look at those persons who supported Kennedy Japan, some of them, their seats are under threat. And there are certain places where Kennedy Japan is such a strong person, and it's really giving the candidates who supported Dr. Mahmoud Bamia such a huge run.
In fact, the MP for the area acknowledges the fact. We just heard from Francis Nsuwache, who says, well, it's a reflection of what's happening.
Yes, in fact, if you look at even those MPs who were asking for Ken Oforiatta to be sacked, those MPs are also going in this race really, really very wary of the fact that they could lose their seat. Eugene Boachi of Subin, he's also really on the cards. And then you have Andy Appiah could be for Santiachim Central.
Big names worried about what the future might hold for them. Kuka Santi, our parliamentary affairs correspondent, but stay with us because we head now to the Ahafo side, and of course, in the Ahafo North South East constituency, where an aspirant in the parliamentary primaries of the New Patriotic Party have committed to ensuring peaceful campaigns ahead of the voting. Party executives have actually issued guidelines to the aspirant with the aim of maintaining party cohesion. And constituency chairperson Kojo Owusu says the ultimate objective is for the party to increase its political fortunes in the area. Well, Nanayao Jima has been to the area and comes through with this report.
The Ashanti region boasts as the region with the highest number of parliamentarians, with the New Patriotic Party holding a majority of these seats. 43 out of the 47 seats are on the ticket of the ruling NPP. But the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament and MP for Bekwai, Joseph Osei-Wusu, Majority Leader and MP for Swami, Osei Chairman Sabonsu, Emmanuel Mafo of the Oforikum constituency, alongside MP for Kwabri East, Francisca Oti-Mensah, and Ahafo North South East Member of Parliament, are not in the race for the upcoming elections. With the parliamentary primaries in the offing, a significant number of the incumbent legislators in the region are filing nominations to retain their seats. At the Old Tafo constituency, Vincent Ekowasifwa is contending Dr. Siawa Donko after the two locked horns in the 2020 primaries. Dr. Donko says it is time to serve the entire constituency fairly.
Yeah, I understand development, I understand leadership. All my life till now, I've been in service, I've been in positions of leadership, and what I've learned is what I want to be able to bequeath my society or community with. I represent the aspirations of the community, and that's
6 aspirants have filed nominations to contest the Ahafo-Ano South East parliamentary primary of the New Patriotic Party. They include Obeng Boateng, Frederick Echampon, Roy Jiabo Entry, Dr. Emmanuel Osei Boateng, Wesley Osu Boateng, and Louise Mensah. Chairman of the party in the constituency says the directives issued to the aspirants have so far yielded positive results.
They
have been advised to run clean campaigns so that we maintain party cohesion after the election.
Aspirant A or B,
the sitting MP, Francis Menu Adabo, who is not seeking re-election, won with little over 2,000 votes in the last election. The NPP has set out for a candidate with the potential of increasing the party's fortunes. Already an agriculturalist, Obeng Boateng has intensified campaign to lead the charge. With the knowledge of grassroots, he is galvanizing support for his candidature. Together with his supporters, Mr. Boateng has submitted forms for the race.
We need massive change in this district. Almost 70% of our natives here are farmers, and they need support. They need somebody. Me coming from an agric company, agric background, I want to use my expertise to help them in their daily lives, in their welfare. You see, such as giving them fertilizers and giving them incentives to boost the farming job that they're doing. Not that alone. I want to create scholarships so that the children and the sons and the daughters in these natives can also get a chance to go to the schools, universities, and even support them on their way to the FUSHS. I want to establish a loan trust without no interest to help my people so that they can access the loans and help them in everything that they want to do.
Meanwhile, popular sports journalist Frederick Echampon has also submitted his forms for the race.
It's first of all to prioritize development, develop the human capital. It's not everything the MP or the government can provide, but if you help to develop the human capital, they will also in turn develop their locality, and together we can bring something up. Between our constituency and the regional capital, Kumasi, there's a short distance, but to surprise you to know that once you exit Kumasi and begin to enter this constituency, even network is a problem. To receive proper telephone call or proper internet is a problem. So it means that this constituency, this district, lacks a lot.
It's expected to be a heated race as all candidates enhance campaign. The opposition National Democratic Congress has increased efforts to win the seat. For Joy News, Nana Yajima reporting.
Well, in the Volta region, Member of Parliament for Hohoe, John Peter Amewu, is awaiting acclamation to represent the New Patriotic Party in the December 2024 parliamentary elections within the area. He was the only individual to pick and submit nomination forms to contest the parliamentary primaries in the area. The hierarchy of the New Patriotic Party says it is convinced Mr. Amewu is the perfect candidate to help the party retain its only seat in the Volta region. We have more.
A delegation of the New Patriotic Party electoral area coordinators in the Hohoe constituency submitted a parliamentary candidate nomination form on behalf of John Peter Amewu. At the close of nominations, Mr. Amewu was the only person to have submitted his nomination form, hence would contest the primary unopposed. The Hohoe constituency NPP chairman, Anthony Kondobre, said Mr. Amewu has a better portfolio to help maximize the electoral fortunes of the governing party and retain the Hohoe parliamentary seat.
In my capacity as a constituency chairman, I am convinced that the steps, the positive steps, the developmental steps that Honorable John Peter Amewu has taken, talk of the economic activities now blooming in Hohoe constituency, the developments, physical developments, human capacity building, all culminated into the fact that he is still winning the seat of the whole constituency come 2024, December 7th. There's no two ways about that.
The Hohwe constituency NPP communications officer, Samuel Azasu, entreated the National Democratic Congress to join his party to canvass for votes for the re-election of John Peter Amewu.
I am only appealing to the entire constituency of the Hohwe constituency that they should rally their support behind the workaholic MP, the innovative and the dynamic MP, Honorable John Peter Amewu, who doubled as the Minister for Roadways Development, to continue his good works that he's doing for the constituency. A special appeal goes to the entire NDC executive, led by their parliamentary candidate, Mr. Walanyo Chekbo. I am inviting him to join hands with us. Let's adopt maintaining Honorable John Peter Amewu project as a personal project. Let's see it as a communal labor. Let's join hands, irrespective of our political affiliations and differences. I am calling on all our brothers and sisters, be it MPP, NDC, CPP, our market women, our chiefs, and everyone. Let's join hands to maintain Honorable John Peter Amewu.
The NPP is confident of retaining the Hohwe parliamentary seat and possibly adding other seats in the Volta region. Fred Kwame Asari, Joy News, Hohwe.
From the Volta region, a legal practitioner Yiadzo has submitted his nomination forms to contest the Afia constituency parliamentary primaries in the Western region on the tickets of the New Patriotic Party, the employee of the Ghana Revenue Authority, who aims at retaining the constituency seats for the party in 2024 elections, says he will be successful. And of course, after filing nomination forms at the party's constituency office, he indicated that he'll be contesting the incumbent NPP MP for the area, Joseph Kujo, in the upcoming primaries.
He will be contesting the incumbent NPP MP for the constituency, Joseph Kujo, in the January 27, 2024 parliamentary primary. The affable politician was accompanied by a crowd of party delegates and supporters who marched through the principal streets of the constituency, displaying party paraphernalia as they express their unwavering support for the aspiring parliamentary candidates amidst brass band music. They later gathered at the party's constituency office, where the legal practitioner presented his form and a filing fee of $35,000 to the NPP constituency secretary, Philip Nyako. The aspiring parliamentary candidates also paid a non-refundable development fee of 40,000 Ghana cedis. The constituency secretary called on lawyer Boama and his followers to exercise decorum and circumspection in their statements as they campaign for votes.
One thing they need to acknowledge and appreciate is the fact that this is internal arrangement or internal elections. Now, your back outside may have negative or positive effects on us. And so you're going to hear your campaign, and one your campaign at the end of it, Obiala Obuwini Biala will win nama NPP party. And that is my understanding as the secretary of the party. We actually need to break the 8. And we cannot break the 8 with the division within the party. It's a must. And see, the throw. Did you run a work out? What share that I will obey now? We can never break the 8 if I am team at all.
Addressing journalists, Yiadzo said he has submitted all the necessary documents and fees as required by the party from all aspiring parliamentary candidates. He expressed optimism that he would win the parliamentary primary of the constituency come January 2024 and retain the NPP seat in the 2024 general election.
I'm looking forward for the party to clear, for us to go through vetting, and then we do the necessary elections come the 27th. I'm very optimistic that I'm going to win because it's a delegate issue. I've been with the party. I've been part of the constituency for a while. I've been a patron 2 times. I've provided the needed support for them as a people. I've provided employment for the youth. I've provided support for the mothers. And so it's time for me to lead and bring the needed vision and dream that I have for the people of Ifia. I'm a man of peace, and I've shown the way over the past years. I've never said anything derogatory or anything negative about the process or the sitting MP. Out of it, I've always encouraged my people to be decorum. There should be a campaign of issues about what we want to do and what we have done for the people. And so over the next couple of days and weeks, I urge all of them to remain focused. They should let us campaign on our goal, our vision, which is on education, health, and minimizing unemployment in the community. Let's give them the fresh ideas and the new hope, and we know we are going to win this election.
For Joy News, in Athalia Kwanza, Western Region.
Meanwhile, Charles Bisiu, the former Western Regional Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, has officially thrown his heart into the ring for the Esikandun Ketan constituency for the parliamentary primaries, now accompanied by a diverse group, including some polling station executives, market queens, and also delegates. Charles Bisiu submitted his nomination forms at the constituency party office.
That's what the one Sophia. Mawanu Mperbiahu. A manoya na hubajisha dosu, Mpa hubajisha mfanye Amambu, mfanye Puntu. It's a master of the mama mense a Sanfibian Piwano de Aka, 1 May 1 Jinan, Akabianu Asemfi. Oye, a summa ye bossum. Oye, impena ye beshanodo, oye, ye mobinum.
As the journey to the January 27th parliamentary primaries unfolds, Charles Cromwell Bisiu emerges not only as the contender for Iskaduketan, but as an advocate for politics of respect and collaboration.
I've always advocated that competition brings the best out of people. And so insulting people on also finding out or trying to explore where people have failed so that you excel doesn't help. When I was the regional secretary for 8 years, I believe the first 4 years, NDC had 18 out of the 26 seats. We had 18. We didn't win the additional 18 through insults, but with work on the ground, finding out what is actually transparent, what the Ghanaian wanted and all that. That's actually translated into votes for us. So insults does not translate into votes. So I have always spoken to them that, for example, when we're coming here today, I saw a lot of people coming with their motorbikes and all that. I called them and I briefed them that I do not want anybody getting injured. Even though I'm going to be the beneficiary eventually, I do not want to be a beneficiary, become an MP where I've seen somebody maimed. So I advised them, so you can see that they actually came here in an orderly manner. And in the same vein, I've also spoken to them about insults, where people sit on WhatsApp platforms and all that and insult people, because we are all the same party. Even within the party, outside our NDC, MPP, CPP, we're all Ghanaians. So am I going to insult my fellow Ghanaian and actually, benefit from it? It doesn't help. So if I'm not allowing somebody to insult an NDC person, then within my party, it shouldn't happen.
As the journey to the January 27th parliamentary primaries unfolds, Charles Cromwell Bisiu emerges not only as the contender for Iskaduketan, but as an advocate for politics of respect and collaboration.
Well, so these are some of the names going into the race, and Charles Bisu ending our reports there. That will be a very tough battle for him if indeed he becomes successful at becoming the parliamentary.
Yes, that is a very, very cagey seat. In fact, if you look at the results from the 2020 election, Jogate nearly lost that seat, a seat that the NPP has been winning yearly. Jogate got 26,701 votes. Grace Ayensu Danko of the NDC got 24,527 votes. That is 2,000 votes difference for a seat the NPP used to win in previous times with 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 10,000. In fact, the president won that constituency, Akufo-Addo, won that constituency with more than 16,000 votes. So if you look at that difference in votes from that place, it's clear that Charles Bisu may win the primaries, but he will definitely struggle against Grace Ayensu.
Yeah, but no one knows what the outcome of that exercise will be. That will be a very intense battle going into 2024. But the NDC would also need to make some adjustments at this moment, watching what's happening within the governing
the New Patriotic Party, definitely. And in fact, they've been looking at the kind of persons the New Patriotic Party are putting up for the 2024 election. They really also have to reject. The only challenge for them is that they've concluded their primaries in almost all 275 constituencies. Just a few areas they haven't done so far, and coming into 2024 they'll be doing it. But it will mean they have to ramp up the campaign. These are a lot of resourceful MPP candidates who are going into the election with a lot of deep pockets to be able to influence this election.
Kukwa Sante is our parliamentary correspondent. We take you now elsewhere because the DC for KJB in the OT region, Wilson Banyo, as we understand, has escaped a mob attack this afternoon, as you see on the screens right now, of course, during a visit to a bereaved family in Yiadzo, a community within the OT region. We understand that 2 football stars in the district lost their lives on Christmas Eve during a chase by the national security operatives over a suspected vehicle carting cocoa beans to and through the area. And of course, some enraged family and friends say that it was the DCE who actually brought the national security operatives there to foment trouble in the area, a reason for which the attack. We can get more from Peterson, who is joining us via Zoom right now. He is, of course, in the OT region for us. And Peter, just bring us up to speed with what we're seeing right now on the screens.
Yeah, Blessed, what you are seeing happened, let me say, maybe an hour or less than an hour ago, when the DCE went to the community to commiserate with the bereaved family over the death of 2 of their children. And so it was during the commiseration, in fact, they almost got finished with the conversation when I stepped off to speak to a brother of the deceased, when I saw people running up and down, women running for their lives. So I just stood aside to see what exactly was happening. When the DC was virtually shoved left, right, center, and then physically prevented from entering his car, it took the tax of the security, the police guys with him to get him into his car. And then what happened next was like an action movie we see on television.
And for those who just might not, have an understanding to the story, who are these footballers, and what exactly happened with this national security operatives?
Good. It was just as you narrated. Yesterday in the evening, they came to KJB and were returning to the Yiadzo community. And so in that chase by the national security operatives, and then we understand that the vehicle that was alleged to be carrying the cocoa beans was not even giving them way to overtake them. And so where the accident happened was just close to a speed ramp. And I want to believe that the driver might have slowed down, giving way. And so with the national security car trying to overtake, they ran into these guys returning from KJV into Yiadzo community. In fact, they were footballers. And as we speak, I saw 2 agents in the community who have come to, in fact, pick them up for a game, I think from tomorrow to over the weekend. So the loss is a big blow to the community, but these are the things that happened that led to their death and subsequent attack on the DCE.
What's the status of the DCE as we speak now, and what more do we know about his safety or otherwise?
Well, I was part. We are safe. He's also safe, but as for me, I am a bit shaky within because I've not seen this kind of thing before. And I shudder to understand why they would want to attack someone who is in charge of government business in the district. And so the DCE, as we speak, is safe. I can report.
The way forward as to what might happen, are we likely to see investigations? What else will happen?
Exactly so. For me, it's a security issue, one for the district and two for the region. What is happening around the Ahamansu? In fact, 2 weeks ago, we reported a shooting incident that happened around Ahamansu. This place and Yiadzo community, they are just a few kilometers apart. And so it should be of interest to authorities to, as it were, do what it should to forestall anything. Because what I hear on the ground, if the DC will be attacked, a lot of reprisals. In fact, they wanted to burn down one of the cars, either the pickup of the police vehicle or the vehicle of the DC. That was exactly what they wanted to do. This afternoon that, I should say, we escaped. And so, another thing that government might want to look at is the price of cocoa beans, if that is true.
Peter, are you with us?
Yes. They were chasing a car that was cutting off cocoa to be looked at. Because the exchange rate there is better, and then the price there is far, far better than whatever what government is giving there. So that is a motivation for them to be moving the cocoa beans, if that is true, and anything to go by.
Okay, any deployment so far in terms of security personnel, police or others, in the community?
No, not really. It is only the police in the district that are they are not even situated in the community, but they are just at their normal post. But as for the national security operatives, as I have seen them in their numbers at the barriers, there's no single presence of any of them in the district as we speak. That's it.
Peter Seno, our correspondent in the OT region, bringing us up to speed. I will take you up north because authorities in the Chereponi district of the Northeast region say they are mobilizing civilian volunteers and individuals to take over the positions of public service persons in the Wincheke and Dambo communities. This is after renewed chieftaincy clashes last month forced many professional public sector workers to flee the area. School and health care, centers, as we know them, have remained closed whilst socio-economic activities are yet to resume. Speaking after meetings with the feuding factions, Regional Minister Yidana Zakaria directed the District Chief Executive to, in the meantime, solicit support from some competent community members to replace those fleeing the community.
More than a month after violent chieftaincy conflict broke out between two Anofo tribal factions, the Jabus and Fombrons here in Wincheke, socio-economic activities are still far from being restored. Schools and health facilities remain closed, farmlands abandoned, and many other public services still unavailable. The violence was said to have erupted after angry Jabu youth in Dambu blockaded and attacked the Fombron chief of Wincheke, who was on his way to attend a political event in Nalirgu. The chief and his driver, however, managed to escape, but not until the pickup truck they were traveling with was extensively damaged by the irate Jabu youth. Upon his return, his supporters allegedly launched a deadly counterattack on houses and properties of the Jabus in Wincheke. At least 7 people were killed and over 20 houses set ablaze, including houses that were rented out to and occupied by teachers, nurses, and other government workers. In one of such houses located near the community market, 2 teachers, a male and female, had their properties in their rooms completely incinerated. Attackers also attacked another house occupied by a nurse. The room of the nurse and her livestock pen raided and the animals looted. Following the attack, all public sector workers then fled the community and vowed never to return.
The rooms for teachers who are not natives, people who are from the south, we have burned them, including their properties. Naturally, you don't expect these people to be happy. So I'm not surprised that they have actually deserted the place.
The regional minister, Yiadzo, speaking to Joy News after leading members of the Regional Security Council to the community, described the development as regrettable and painful. Mr. Yiadzo also revealed that as part of interim measures in response to the mass exodus of public sector workers in the community, he had issued a directive to the district chief executive to search and enlist competent individual volunteers to replace the professionals with the provision of some public services.
So I was just talking to the chief executive to see what we can do and get the natives involved. Because when schools will open in January, we don't expect to see these schools closed. The natives must take that initiative to get these children back into the classroom, and those who can teach should start doing so. Once we plead with the educational authorities to see if they will post teachers who will accept to come back. And for those who have run away, we are appealing to them. Much as we all regret what has happened, they are there to serve Mother Ghana. So when schools are open, they are not a party to the conflict. I believe when they come back, the people have learned their lessons so that together we can build the Kipoli district and together build Ghana.
The community assemblyman Alassane Abdelganiou also expressed worry about the future of their children and appeal for assistance.
We still have to make an appeal to the Honorable DCE, Health Director, Director of Education, and those stakeholders to appeal to them to get us teachers and then nurses back. In fact, it is the children who are future leaders. And if these children are not educated, you can see what is currently happening. What will happen in future, you can't tell. So we still have to appeal to them. Even though it has happened, they have to look at us and consider us for the future. But if we get these people, well educated, I think they will help us to resolve this issue that we are finding ourselves.
Well, fortunately, the regional minister, Yiadzo, is joining us now for a brief conversation on this matter. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Now you're asking competent, as you described them, volunteers within the community to support in the meantime while we have public officers fleeing the community. How many people have you reached out to so far in a bid to, make up for the numbers and the mass exodus happening within the area?
Good evening, and thank you for asking me my opinion on the issues concerning education in the area. Yes, I discussed with the assemblyman the seriousness of that issue. See, if we have a community where due to communal violence, teachers, nurses have all run away, leaving school children alone, and as a result, the schools have closed down, that should come to every Ghanaian as a piece of sad news. So we are trying to mobilize the local people who have had at least minimum education of a diploma to the degree level, so that when we mobilize them, they will take charge of the schools until such time that we will restore calm. For now, I cannot speak to the numbers. Well, we are still trying to reach out to people. So I can't put a finger on the numbers, but by the 4th of January, we should have been able to get some of the local people who would want to volunteer to teach.
I see, and clearly, yes, because of the time frame, you're unable to put a figure to that. But in your estimation, what will happen in terms of normalizing the situation there? What timeline are you using just to see the return of professionals? Because you'd want to bring a lasting peace to the area so the professionals could return.
Yes, we had our engagement with the two factions. We want to go back to the paramount chief. Then we have another roundtable discussion with the leaders of both factions and the members of the National Peace Council. When we are able to get assurance from the factions that they will lay down their weapons and embrace peace, so that we look at the substantive issues at stake. But for now, we need peace for the return of the teachers and the nurses. If the community members cannot give us this assurance, it becomes difficult to convince them to come back. It even becomes more difficult to get the local people who may want to volunteer, because the locals will not just come from one faction. They will certainly will come from both factions. And to meet in the school, to teach children, they themselves must be at peace. So it's quite a difficult issue. But I believe that when people embrace peace, all these difficulties shall be dealt with.
Is it the case that you're overwhelmed, looking at the sheer level of violence in the area? Because some say that, a simple deployment of military or police personnel might check the situation entirely. Are we wrong on that?
I personally think that the deployment of police and military is not the solution to the problem. Peace comes from within. Peace cannot be imposed on people. So once they have not forgiven each other and they have pent-up feelings about themselves, the military and the police can only restore semblance of peace. But ultimate peace must come from the people themselves, who must agree that the presence of the police is not enough for them to go to the farms, for them to go to the market, for them to go and fetch water and to do other social activities. The police and the military cannot be everywhere. But when the people embrace peace, that will be enduring and lasting peace.
As a regional minister, where do you take responsibility?
Well, I think that as a leader, in all these happenings, I cannot pretend to think that we have our finger right on all the issues. But in all the violence that you are hearing about, it is all about chieftaincy related. And as a regional minister and the Regional Security Council and the District Security Committee, we cannot dabble in chieftaincy matters. This enskinment was done by His Royal Highness, the King of Dagbon, Dana Yana, the King of Dagbon. So we have told them that if they have issues about the right to ascend the throne, they should go back to the enskinning authority. But using violence will not be the solution to the problem. So we are also handicapped as politicians because we cannot decide on matters relating to chieftaincy. It is unfortunate that this is the situation we have had to face. So I will not say that politicians are to blame for this. So to get a solution to the problem, we must get back to the traditional authorities to see how they can deal with this issue. Because the banter has been who is the rightful heir to the throne. As a regional minister, I cannot determine the rightful heirs to the throne. That can only be done by the traditional authorities. So we have always said that if we want to find answers to the questions, then let's get back to the enskinning authority. But that can only happen if we embrace peace, if we stop the violence.
Are you escalating this to the National Security Council level? Because the fear is we have too many scattered or dotted flashpoints in the north, including the northeast region. What recommendations are you making as a council?
For the national security, honestly speaking, they are always available to support us in times like this. So if it is the intelligence, if it is the deployment of the military and the police, they have always been very, very supportive. So I can say that in all this, we have always been with them. But in terms of intelligence, in terms of our ability to deal with these issues, national security is better placed. So in our engagement, they will be a key part. We'll draw on their experiences and expertise to be able to find solution to this problem.
Finally, are you hopeful that the feuding factions will give peace a chance as we wrap up this conversation?
I am very hopeful of that. Well, when we visited the two factions, and I put to them the question, if we invite leadership of both factions to a meeting to further discuss on how we can deal with the issues, will they be willing to attend? The answer was that they are more than ready anytime, any day, to attend any meeting that will discuss issues pertaining to the peace of that area. So that in itself tells us that in the midst of all the confusion, the leaders of both factions are ready to sit down and talk and to be able to embrace peace. That gives me hope. And I believe that is what we should do together.
All right, Idana Zakaria is the Northeast Regional Minister. Grateful, sir, for your time. The Northern Electricity Distribution Company, NETCO, says it has begun the installation of some meters to help ensure efficiency in its power supply to customers in the area. According to the power distributor, the meters will also enhance the detection of power theft in its catchment area. The manager for Network Planning and Development, Tampoli Mohammed Taim, indicates that this is a move to ensure efficiency in the system. He's been speaking to Joy News in an interview.
NETCO has over the years battled with power theft, which accounts for about 45% of its losses. It is against this backdrop the company is introducing more efficient meters to help address the issue. Speaking at the second of a two-citizen engagement organized under the Ghana Energy Sector Transformation Initiative project in Tamale, the manager for Network Planning and Development, Tampuli Mohammed Taim, said several people have been prosecuted since the installation of the meters.
Other measures are that we are putting on systems that makes it difficult for customers to tamper the meters. Although those systems are also being brought in to improve the service delivery of the customers, like the smart meters that we are seeing. But there are also meters, because they are smart, when you tamper with it, they communicate to us that somebody is tampering with our meter, and then we make follow-up, and then we identify the tamper, and then we take the legal actions against these customers.
The Director of Procurement at Gridco, Nicolina Yambila, said Gridco has upgraded some of its systems since the inception of the project.
Okay, all right, thank you. So we have to make sure that our system of transmission lines and substations are working in top shape. We should be able to sit in one small room
And thanks for staying with us here on the Pulse on the Joy News channel. We're taking a break. When we get back, we're also looking ahead to the fun activities happening at the Bri Botanical Gardens, where we're bringing you excerpts and a feel of what's happening at the Joy Family Party in the Park. You're watching the Pulse. We'll be right back. The Federation of Ghana Beekeepers Association reports that despite 76% of the country's vegetation being conducive for beekeeping, over 60% of the honey used in Ghana, either for consumption or manufacturing, is imported from foreign markets, including Burkina Faso. In an effort to boost beekeeping locally, the women and youth in beekeeping and value chain here in Ghana have received a grant from the Co-TVET Development Fund to train young Ghanaians in this venture. This follows Joy News' recognition of the founder, Richard Mensah Okoye, as an impact maker in agriculture and social welfare in June this year.
Beekeeping, the art of tending bee colonies to harvest product like honey, beeswax, honeycomb, and the likes present a lucrative opportunity for Ghana's economy. Despite the favorable vegetation for beekeeping, the lack of attention in this sector forces reliance on foreign markets for honey consumption. It is to fix this challenge that Richard Mensah Okoye founded the Women and Youth in Beekeeping Value Chain Ghana. This initiative, among many others, won him Joy News Impact Maker Award in the area of agriculture and social welfare in June this year. Following the recognition and to expand his work, his organization secured funding from COVID to train more young people in beekeeping.
So I'm going to remove some of the top bars for you to see what is in there. See, this empty comb. The comb is empty. They are now filling it with honey.
At a week-long training for young beekeepers at the University College of Agricultural and Environmental Studies at Bonsu in the Eastern Region, Richard Mensah Okoye emphasized that with proper investment and support, Ghanaian beekeepers have the potential to produce the best honey in the world.
We are not there yet, but
From what I see recently, is encouraging. Awareness is gradually going out. A lot of people are now going into beekeeping. We have graduates coming, talking to you, asking how can they start? And it's inspiring to me, because 20 years ago when I started the Nkranza Techuma Beekeepers, we were just a few people, and most people didn't know. But now, people call. Not that we go to them. Formally, we go and explain. Those who accept will accept. Now, people call and they are ready to pay you to come and train them. So it's encouraging. But we are not there yet. We need to do more. As a nation, we can supply the best quality honey on earth. They talk about Manuka honey. I tell you, we have some type of honey. If our scientists come in with all the analysis being made and then the marketing and showing it to the world, we'll beat the highest quality honey right now on earth. Ghana has everything it takes to produce the best quality honey.
The COVID fund will be used to train a minimum of 200 beekeepers to promote honey production. It gives further explanation into the nature of the training.
After here, in a week or two, we will organize another training in Nkranza, and members from Nkranza and Techuma and surrounding communities will be invited to be trained by the 10 people we selected. Under this project, what we chose is the training of trainers approach, meaning we selected 10 members of our association, brought them here for that intensive training, and then they will go back and train the larger members in the various communities. So directly, these 10 members who have been trained will go back and train at least 45 people there, direct training. And our training is that when you are trained, you are encouraged to also go into your villages and other communities to train more. So we estimate anyone trained should at least train about 5 people. We are looking at training not less than 200 to 300 farmers, benefiting from this support from COTVET and Ghana Skills Development Fund. And the 55 trained are also expected to at least train 5 people, because you can't keep the training to yourself. You must tell others about it.
So one lady should demonstrate how best you can open the hive to protect yourself as a beekeeper.
The program facilitator, Michael Sechi, guided trainees to the correct methods of harvesting honey from a beehive.
So one lady should demonstrate how best you can open the hive to protect yourself as a beekeeper. You see, clap for her. So she's able to open the hive at the right way. And you can see that Salina or Victoria is also operating the smoker very well. So try to puff another one into it for us to see. No, down there. Do it. So as she's blowing the smoke into the hive, it drives the bees to the other side. For you, the beekeeper, to have access to everything that you want to access in the hive. Okay, so I'm going to remove some of the top bars for you to see what is in there. See, this empty comb. The comb is empty. They are now filling it with honey. Please blow the smoker. You see, this part is honey. This side is also brood. That's their egg. And this place too is empty. So this is the brush. You can see clearly that the bees are working very serious. All this area is honey, which is covered or capped. So this part is honey, this part is empty cells. So they are here to fill it with honey. In a hive, we can divide the bees into three. We have the queen, who is responsible for reproduction. So in a day, the queen can lay 800 to 3,000 eggs a day. So she's responsible for reproduction. The queen lifespan also lasts from 3 years to 4 years. Then we come to the worker bee. The worker bee, their population range from 70 to 80% of the entire population. The worker bee, they are responsible for protection. So you get under the worker bee, you get the gas, you get the temple cleaners, and the foragers. You see, they build the combs from by using wax. They secrete the bee wax from their thorax to build the combs. So after building the combs, then they decide to lay eggs. The queen lay eggs in some of the combs. The workers fill the empty combs with honey. Then everything moves on.
Some beneficiaries shared some of the skills and knowledge they have acquired.
Aside beekeeping, what else do you do? I'm a student of Nkranza Technical Institute and I study fashion and designing as my course. So why beekeeping? Because I like honey very much and I'm very interested in beekeeping. So when I heard that they are having this kind of training, I told my dad that I want to take part in it. And I passed their interview and here I am today, learning beekeeping and learning it not by myself, but I want to explore, I want to teach others how to do bee. Yeah. So what are some of the things you've learned so far from this training? I've learned that in a certain box, they have only one queen in it in a box, and they feed the queen with something called royal jelly. Yeah, and they have 3 types of bee: the worker, the drone, and the queen. How long have you been doing beekeeping?
I think 5 years. My parents are in, so half my parents are not around. I have to join the organization. Oh, I have learned how we should keep the bees so that they can produce honey for us, and how they help our crops too. How the bees, they produce honey, and what they can do to protect our crops. Sometimes they help the crops too when they are doing closing. Like if you are having cashew and other different fruits, they do closing for you so that the fruits can be collected.
First, what I said, now I'm a herbal practitioner, and I derive the passion or the knowledge from beekeeping through some courses and then learnings. Because we normally take a hot sense from the field, that's the bush and the others. And then we normally we take the honey as a medicine. Yeah, so there are some medicines that I always use honey to prepare it, or I just add honey to it. And then some herbal products too. So just like it's a good food.
Richard Mensah Oko expressed gratitude to Joy News for recognizing him as an impact maker. He acknowledged that the award significantly contributed to securing the grant for training these young individuals.
After the award, I've had a lot of community people calling me to go OT region, Eastern region, other people doing the training, and it's strengthening me, building me. So when it comes to, it was a time of writing the proposal. It was very easy for me. Actually, I didn't need an intermediary. I wrote the proposal myself. Unfortunately, we got the funding, and thanks to Joy News. As we are here today, we brought 2 new people that I have not known them before, but they've heard of us, and they are here. Now, when you go to Nkranza, to other places, people who were part of the association earlier and left are not coming back. There are also others who were dormant, they are awakening, because we saw you on TV. Hey, your association is grown, it's not big. Oh, then let's do something. And it's well structured now. New members are coming in, invitations are coming in from other places. So it's increasing our membership, it's building our capacity, that's why we are here, great benefit. And it's also increasing our finances because people have to pay registration dues and all that.
He called on youth to seize the opportunities within the agricultural sector.
Agriculture can help this nation, and everybody is encouraged. It's so broad to at least adopt 1 or 2 aspects of agriculture. You want to go fishery, you want to go poultry, you go to the tubers, you want to go to the poultry, you want to go into fruits and vegetables, horticulture. So much, you must do something. You can even take beekeeping alone. You don't need that much land. Get your hives under some tree somewhere, you are good to go. You could even buy the products from your farmers and also market for them because they are looking for ready market. So maybe you are a digital marketing manager, whoever, it doesn't matter your age. You could also buy for us.
The 10 trainees who benefited from the program are expected to train 45 others in their various communities. Esther Nkrumah's report for Joe News.
Now, hundreds of families have gathered at the Ivory Botanical Gardens for the 2023 Joy Family Party in the Park event. They are taking part in various competitions, enjoying some good food, music and food. And there are many prizes to be won. Maxwell Akbaba, my colleague, is there with more.
Gardens. What you can see right now is a pampa band. Yet they brought this place to life. Earlier we had dancing competition on the main stage over there. The main stage has line array speakers providing the right decibels of sounds here. Hundreds of families have gathered here at the Botanical Gardens, having a good time, picnic time, a lot of food to eat, a lot of food to drink. Later I'll be taking you to the Daddy's Corner. I'll tell you more about the Daddy's Corner later. But this dancing is spontaneous. Pampa band, leading that. Let's speak to some of the people here. This is not a main stage. This is just a second stage. Later we'll take you to the main stage. Let's speak to, you can see Gary Al Smith also in there, dancing with the people, having a great time. We're all having a good time here. Let me speak to Gary. Gary, talk to me. Talk to me, Gary.
I'm talking by dancing. What's your problem?
I love your dancing, man.
How you gonna do
That is good.
Life is good, man.
Tell me, you have the fun here too, right?
No, we are taking it easy. It's been a very long year.
Yeah.
So we are here to unwind.
Yeah.
The crowd here came here to enjoy.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we are doing.
Exactly.
We started off with some action.
Yeah. The treasure hunt, the dance competition.
The hot.
Yeah.
And now we are cooling them now with some lovely guamba.
I like that.
Yeah. And now we'll take it up a notch again. Hey.
Slow, high. We like that.
But like every do so, join us at the Every Botanical Gardens. Let's have fun.
Sure. Thank you, Gary. So that's at Gary Al Smith. Gary Al Smith there. Let's speak to some of the families dancing. Hello, Mommy, we can talk to you. Okay, let me speak to you. Okay. Hello, Mommy.
Hello.
What's your name, Mommy?
My name is Agnes Omari.
Agnes Omari, tell me, are you having fun here?
Yes, I'm having fun. Very fun. Yes.
You came here with your family?
Yes, I came with my family.
Nice. So what are you enjoying, is it? the Kwampa band, or you took part in the dancing?
The Kwampa band, very much. Yes. I'm very enjoying.
Yeah.
And then Kezia Marie, Irina Marie, they are all here. We are having very fun here. So we are enjoying.
Thank you. Okay. Hi.
Honorable.
Hi, sir. What's your name?
I'm Opokwenti William, a pastor.
You're a pastor?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what is it like for you here?
It's wonderful. Joy is doing great things here. Yeah. We love Joy FM. We love Joy Sports. Everything is great.
Yeah.
We are doing well. Everything is nice.
Yeah. You are the first stage, right? This is the second.
I just came here.
Oh, you just came here?
Yes.
You came here with
my family, yes. They are down there.
Okay,
all right, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me talk to this little girl. To this girl. Hi, what's your name?
Esther Saki.
Come again?
Esther Saki.
Esther Saki. Are you having fun here? Let's go. No, you can dance. Don't worry. You can be dancing whilst you talk. I'm sure you're having fun here.
Yeah.
What have you been up to? Treasure hunt, dancing competition. You've been doing all of that? Okay. I'm sure you want to say hello to your friends at home.
I want to say hello to my auntie, my uncle, my grandmother, and everybody over there.
Well, it's a lot of fun here at a family party in the park. Look at that. So this lady just grabbed the microphone from Gary Housemaid and she's leading the singing. Kwampa band now has to take a back seat to watch her lead the singing. Yeah. It's a lot of thanks and praises, a lot of thanksgiving, a lot of praises here at every botanical gardens. Like I said, this was spontaneous. Kwampa started singing, and then the dancing just started happening. Let me speak to this lady. Hi, what's your name?
Hillary.
Hillary, tell me, are you having fun?
Yeah.
Okay. Who did you come with?
With my mother and my father. And my
your mom? Oh, okay, this is your mom. I'll talk to your mom. But tell me, what are you enjoying?
I was like, the place is fun. The place is very, very fun.
The band is fun.
Very good.
Thank you. So it's a 360 circle with our patrons going round, dancing and singing. Let me speak to Hillary's mom. Hello, mommy.
My name is Angelina York.
Angelina York. Tell me, are you having fun?
Yeah, I'm enjoying, pa. Really enjoying.
Yeah.
I'm having fun. Okay. I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm also happy.
Oh, yeah. I'm happy. Thank you very much.
Okay.
We are grateful.
Okay, I'm sure you want to say hello.
My first time.
This is your first time?
Yeah.
And you're loving it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure you want to say hello to some of your friends.
Oh, thank you. Hello. I'm enjoying. I want you to come on board.
Okay.
Come and join us. We are having fun.
Okay. Thank you. You had Hillary's mom. He said we are enjoying. Come and have fun. The second person just took the microphone. Yeah. And she's singing along with a Kwampa band. It's fun here. A lot of excitement here. Hi, what's your name? What's your name? Kekeli. Tell me, are you having fun here?
Yes.
What do you like here?
Them.
What? Say it into the microphone.
Them.
Oh, you like Kwampa band?
Yes.
You love the singing?
Yes.
And the dancing?
Yes.
Did you take part in the treasure hunt?
Yes.
You took part in the treasure hunt?
Yes.
Okay. And you liked it, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you, Kekeli. There's a lot of excitement here at this part of the Botanical Gardens. Now bear in mind, this is the second stage, right? Let me take you to the first stage is at the other side. Let me take you to the daddy's corner. So now, let's show you what the park looks like. said, a lot of families are gathered here, spending quality time here together. So this is what a park looks like. Now I want to show you something. So this is a famous Daddy's Corner. Yes. 18 years for admission. If you are not 18 years, you can't come to the Daddy's Corner. And I'm going to show you what is happening at the Daddy's Corner. But let's give you a view of what this park looks like. Like I said, hundreds of families are gathered here, having fun, spending quality time together. Yeah. So this is Daddy's Corner. Can we talk to you? Yeah. Okay. So this is Daddy's Corner. Now, you soon learn why it is 18 years and above. There's a liquor stand. There's a beer stand with beer flowing like the wee waterfalls. You can get your park over there. There's a lot to do here at the Daddy's Corner. Let me speak to, I guess, yay!
We're here with our friend Celine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Robert.
Okay. And then you?
Jenny.
Okay. Are you having fun here?
Oh, beautiful. We're having a lot of fun. The people is beautiful, very welcoming, and I'm feeling very blessed to be here.
Yeah. You love it here?
I love it. I love it. Beautiful people.
Yeah. How long have you been in?
We arrived 2 days ago.
Oh, 2 days ago. Is it your first time here?
First time here. Lovely, yes. So we're here with some friends, and we love the people.
People, yeah.
People
are very hospitable, right?
Oh, very
hospitable, yeah, exactly.
They make me feel like I'm at home.
Yeah. Wow. And you're loving it here at the Daddy's Corner, I believe.
Oh, this is beautiful. This place, this like garden, so beautiful. The festival, the music, the people, very welcoming. I love it. God bless you. Merry Christmas.
Many happy returns.
Thank you. I'm sorry?
I'm sure when you go back, you're definitely going to return.
Yes.
Thank you for talking. Where did you come from, though? Which country?
U.S.
U.S. Okay.
Yeah. But Jenny's originally from Ecuador.
I'm from Ecuador original.
Okay. I think it's right for me to say Akwaba again. Akwaba. It means welcome. Akwaba.
Akwaba, yeah, we learned that.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, it's not just Ghanaians who are here. A lot of people from different parts of the world are also gathered here having fun. So this is a liquor stand. You can see we're getting our park ready. At the other side, you can see Winston Amwa. Winston Amwa is supervising that. So this is a liquor stand. There's the beer stand. You can see some daddies enjoying some of the beer. So there's a lot to do here. There's a lot to do here at the Bree Botanical Gardens. Let me see if we can talk to Winston Amwa. Let's see if we can. I want to talk to you, Winston. Okay, Winston wants the park to be ready. He wants the park to be ready first. So yeah, there's a lot happening here at the park, at the Bree Botanical Gardens. My name is Maxwell Agbagba, reporting for Joy News. But before I sign up, hello, sir.
Hi.
What's your name, sir?
Caesar.
Caesar. Tell me, are you enjoying it?
Oh, I'm having fun. I'm really having fun. It's been
You're loving it here at the Daddy's Corner?
Yes. I came here. This is my second coming. Okay. I actually have the family at the other side, and I'm coming for the second time at the Daddy's Corner. Yeah, really having fun.
Okay,
yeah.
Thank you.
Great.
Okay, great. So it's all fun here. It's all fun. Good family bonding time. This is the place to be. Reporting for Joy News, Maxwell Agbagba.